be scared and do it anyways.
And once you have that energy, it's like you're unstoppable. I was very scared. I did want to give up. You don't need to be perfect.
The burnout you were experiencing, it is enough to just send you under. I want my marriage more than I want my company.
I don't know, Meg. That's a hard one. That's a tough one to be vulnerable about.
Welcome back to How We Do. Today's episode, I'm so pumped for you guys to listen to. Our guest today is Shar Green, and she is going to give us a masterclass on what it takes to build a company from the ground up. She is the owner and founder of a multimillion-dollar business in permanent jewelry called Everlinx, and she is just a phenomenal person inside and out. And not only has she done so well for herself, but she now has created the blueprint for others to win and follow her success plan. So I'm so excited to get into it today. Shar, welcome to How We Do.
Thanks, Meg. I'm so excited to be here.
Amazing.
It is so fun. And I just can't wait to share a little bit more about us and Everlinx and how we've gotten here.
I love that. So Shar, take us back to just kind of give us a quick background on you. Where did you start? How did you get into this? I mean, permanent jewelry is hot, y'all. And I want to know what your background is.
It is. So initially, my story. So I have done lashes for 8 years, and I would work in the morning before my husband had to go to work. I would work on his lunch break. When he would come home, I'd take a client. And then when he got home, I would start working. So it was just kind of trickled throughout the day. And I was definitely feeling that burnout. And then in the evenings, it was hard because at the time we had our 2 babies and I just wanted to spend time with them. And it was hard because it would be like, they're going to get dinner and I'm at home doing lashes. So it was just kind of this burnout that I was feeling. And anyways, I just kind of heard of permanent jewelry and I was so scared to start, Meg. So scared.
Well, it's totally different. I mean, it's still service-based, but you go from killing it at lashes and being really freaking good at that. Yeah. And you thought that's a jump. Yes. That's scary.
Yeah, it was a jump. So, we got all of the stuff and we were just trying. There was no training, no education. So luckily I had my husband who was brave enough to try this welder that we had ordered. And
side note, he runs the company with you, right?
Yes.
You guys are like a powerhouse duo.
He's awesome.
I love that.
I cannot do it without him.
I love that.
But he tried the first ever weld. And let me tell you, it was the most hilarious moment. I wish we had it on video. I was pulling my phone out to we need to record this, what we're doing. And right as I'm pulling it out, he does the weld. Hot metal goes rolling and it was just this big spark and it was so funny. So
that's amazing.
So we started there and we obviously learned, this is a big learning curve and there's a lot to learn in this industry. So anyways, kind of my story, how I got going. I just dove right in and I was very scared. I did want to give up. In fact, I created a return label 3 times for my stuff. I was just I'm so scared. I don't think I can do this. My husband's like, what's the worst that can happen? So what if it doesn't work out? It's okay. So I did my first party and I had 7 girls come and I made $800 in an hour and a half. And I called Brandon crying, my husband, and I just was like, how did I do this? How did I make that money? It was life-changing for us. And I was just bawling on the way home because doing lashes an hour and a half, you can make about 65, 75 doing a fill and doing permanent jewelry. And it wasn't back-breaking. I wasn't stuck in one position. It was just a quick weld and then you're on to your next customer and you can be social and a part of it instead of looking down the whole time.
Less intense.
Yeah. So
that's one thing too with people in the beauty industry. I mean, aesthetics, hair, you name it, the toll it takes on your body compounded over years is intense.
Yes.
So this was a nice little reprieve.
Yeah.
You could be down, but you didn't have to be so fixated and intense on one thing for such a long time.
Yeah. You're not on your feet. You're not standing all day, or you're not just hunched over in one position with your hands and you're, getting tennis elbow, getting carpal tunnel.
Right.
It's a quick with your pliers and then weld and on to the next. And it's
so you made
so fast.
$800 in your hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the time, like, did it hit you at that point where you were like, okay, put fear aside. Yes, I'm still scared, but like, this is worth diving into?
Yes.
I mean, because you talked about like your family, and I think there's so many people out there that they're working moms, right? They do exactly what you did. They take clients when they can take them. They do hair, they do makeup, they do tattoos, whatever it is. And they do it when their husband's home, when their partner's home. They do it early mornings, late nights to try to make it work and make ends meet. And the burnout you were experiencing, it is enough to just send you under.
Oh,
you want to quit everything, and then you're not even a happy, present parent like you want to be.
Yes.
You're like burning the candle at both ends.
It was very overwhelming. Like I said, I created a return label 3 times. I was like, I can't do it. And I think how to overcome the fear is having good people in your corner.
Yeah.
Like people who motivate you, and just try and find that. If it's not in your family, if it's not in your friend group, try and find those groups. There are so many groups. And that's one thing we touch on heavily is we're here for you every step of the way.
Yeah.
If you're like, I'm so scared, I'm about to do my first event, call us.
Yeah.
Like we truly are here. And I will say we have amazing customer service.
Oh.
Like we've learned and we've grown and we've hired the right people. And so we just have amazing customer service that will follow up with you, be like, how's your event? How's it going?
That's incredible.
What can we do to help you? So I think it is scary, and fear is natural. It will be there, but just find what you can to get over that. And one thing too that I had to learn is planning will not get you there.
Right.
You need to take action. Mm-hmm. And once you take action, you will just start to get this momentum and this motivation, and you'll keep going and you'll keep running with it, and it'll just skyrocket and take off.
Right.
Especially if you have the excitement, you have the drive, you'll do great.
We talk about this with our kids a lot. My daughter's a competitive gymnast, and before every meet, she's always like, I'm so scared, right? Like the fear, it's natural. Yeah. Everybody feels it. Like you're not alone in feeling that. But we always tell her like, good. Yeah. That means you're normal.
Yeah.
Be scared and do it anyways. Work through that fear.
And then you'll do it the first time.
You gain a little confidence.
And you're like, oh my gosh, I did it.
I can do it.
And you feel so good after you do it. And it's just such a rewarding experience, no matter what it is, gymnastics or doing permanent jewelry or doing your first hair client. Right. It's just so rewarding. So
I love that. Yeah. So I really liked what you said too about having someone that believes in you and giving you that extra like boost of confidence when you don't have it yourself. I think that's so important. Was your husband that person for you?
He was, absolutely.
He still is that person?
Yes.
It's incredible. I think that's so key in growth is finding your tribe, like finding your people that like make you a better version of yourself and make you want to do more and believe in yourself more. I think it's incredible.
It is. It's so powerful.
So talk to me about the growth. So first I want to talk about like what the process of like the person who's buying your trainings and your kits, what their process looks like. And then I want to jump into what your processes look like, because you're not just doing permanent jewelry anymore. You are distributing the training, the tools, the support. I mean, the whole thing to help people build their companies.
Yes.
You're the driving force behind that. So first talk to me about what it looks like for someone to come on board and like what that looks like to be successful.
So typically, kind of the process is we offer the all-in-one starter kit. So they'd purchase that starter kit from us. They get their training right away. They can start right away. And then they can start building their business. So we teach everything. So how to weld, how to market, how to get your business out there, the legal side, general policies. I mean, you name it, we touch on it.
You give them everything.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's just... they can start right away, and then we give a follow-up call as well. So about 2 weeks after they get their kit, we're calling them up, just, how are you doing? What can we do to support you? And it's so amazing to hear people's excitement.
Yeah.
And just like, I'm doing this, I have this event booked, or I already took a client and it went so well. Or, you have some people that are like, I'm just starting, but thank you for calling because it really motivates me, to get going. So that's kind of the process is just, we'll give you everything. We give you the blueprint of how I started and how it took off for me and the steps I took. And
you didn't have the training.
We didn't.
We you created all of this.
Ground zero.
Trial and error. You had to make a lot of mistakes in order to figure out like what actually worked.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're teaching them your process.
Wasted. I mean, Meg, we had a credit card and we lived off of this credit card. I bought my groceries on it and we maxed it out to figure this out. And it was so terrifying, but it was just knowing like, okay, I know in my first event I did do this much. So as long as I can just keep working hard, we will make it. And so
that's so motivating for people. So they buy the kit, they go through this online training program, you give them this success tool and like everything you need to succeed at this. You follow up with customer service. I mean, you leave no ends untied.
Yeah.
So then they do events, right? So they plan events or they go to local markets or they do, I mean, I've seen them like everywhere. I go to farmers markets and I see them. It's your company. I see them at, like we had one in our grand opening. So that like marketing yourself is included in your training too.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Yep. Over 300 marketing photos.
Oh my gosh.
So your content is done. You can just start posting right away that you're offering the service.
Wow.
So there's no lag time. It's
wow.
just, okay, I have photos already. Even if I don't have my kit, I can create my Instagram. I can post that I'm offering this service and the photos are pretty. It's,
curated and gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's like a done for you in a box, like business in a box.
Yeah. And then the box comes to your house, open it and let's
Christmas
get rolling.
Yes. It's so cool that you get to empower people to build their own companies. Do you think this is something they do full-time or part-time? Like who's the right person for this?
Anyone.
Yeah.
And it is up to you. You can do part-time, you can do full-time. And I was doing it part-time, still trying to, take lash customers or clients and then doing permanent jewelry as well. And then, sorry,
You're good.
Pregnancy.
Yeah. Oh gosh, you're good.
I know, 4 kids.
Back up to, I was doing it, taking clients part-time.
Yeah. So doing it part-time. And I would take a customer just randomly on, say, a Monday night. They'd message me on my Instagram. And it was just, they'd come and spend $350. They'd get 2 bracelets. They'd bring their mom. They'd bring their daughters. And it's just such a fun experience. And then I also would do farmers markets on Saturdays. And it was 4 hours long, and I never left a farmer's market making less than $2,400 every time.
I mean, to be honest, I have your bracelet on from a company, from Everlinx.
Yes.
And they're twinners with my mom and 2 daughters from a farmer's market.
Isn't it so fun?
Yeah,
though?
we all got matching bracelets because like, why? That's amazing. Like it's such a bonding thing to do.
It is.
But the money is like incredible. So break it down for me. How much does like a normal kit cost? Like the whole business in a box? How much are you investing?
So it's $29.99, so $2,999.
That's less than I thought.
Comes with everything. Wow. Now, in our kit, what is more important than that is the amount of product that's included. So we include enough product in your kit to make your investment back plus profit.
Wow.
So you're not out that money. So
beautiful.
it takes the risk away.
It shows how much you're caring about people building their own business. Like it shows in everything that you're doing. It's empowering. It's inspirational, truthfully.
Well, and the stories too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hop on our YouTube and we have, I think, over 60 plus video reviews of students just telling their story. And every single one is so unique.
Yeah.
Like we have one where she was an RN for 40 years and was just like, I'm so tired of, just being in the medical industry. And she started doing this. And in her first 3 months, Meg, she made $90,000. She completely went all in and was like, I'm done being an RN.
My
went all
gosh.
in, booked as many events as she could. and she made $90,000 in her first 3 months.
You guys are changing people's lives.
Isn't it
like
so
their
cool?
life, like the support they can offer their family with that kind of money.
Yeah.
How fulfilling is that for you?
I tear up because I know the power it had for us. Like, even my first event, right? $800. Some people will laugh at that and be like, oh, that's nothing, But to us, it meant we had groceries, we had food on the table, we could pay our rent. It was just really helpful for us.
And more importantly, you could be with your kids.
Yes.
You weren't working at all hours of the day.
Yeah.
You could show up for your kids.
Yeah.
And still have money.
Yes, absolutely. We have another student actually that I just heard from, and she said she's on her way to making $1 million.
Oh my God.
And her story is just so cool. Like, all odds were against her. Her studio flooded when she first opened.
Wow.
And the welder actually got wet. And then she's like, it still worked. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's just such a cool story. But she was like, she's like, we couldn't pay our mortgage. And she was like, I was on this life insurance course. Like, I was going to try and be, I don't even know what it'd be called, but she just wanted to help people sign up for life insurance. Yeah. And she got off this 8-hour training and she was like, oh, God, please give me a sign for something that I meant to do. Yeah. Like, this is not it. Right. And she said she opened her app and there was our ad. And she's like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I love that.
And then now she's on her way to making $1 million with her permanent jewelry business.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so cool. Major success stories. You can find them on YouTube. You can find them on your Instagram. Like, there's no shortage of like you building and investing in people and their companies, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me some of the hard stuff that people go through. Like, tell me some of the things as they're growing and building that people, if they don't do or they're not good at, that they won't have these success stories, right? Kind of tell me the ugly side of that.
I think it's more just having fear, like we were talking about earlier, and limiting yourself and not putting yourself out there. I think that if you're just sitting and you're trying to plan, you won't be rewarded.
Like, no action.
Yeah,
you're not taking action.
You need to take action.
So is there a specific type of person that is good for this, like a personality trait that you feel like does better than others?
Yes, I do. I feel like being outgoing, definitely. It's a very in-person experience.
So it's social.
It's very social, which is a big reason why I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I was just one-on-one with clients, which is awesome. I loved that. But this was such a group, fun party environment. Yeah. There's snacks, there's drinks, whatever you want, and to add to your permanent jewelry business. But it's just so fun and so social, but you're not killing yourself over it,
So if they're super introverted and they're not willing to like grow in that way and put themselves out there, they might struggle.
A little bit, but
Try that again. Say, a little bit. You're good.
I don't know.
You're
what
good.
The heck
You're good. It's literally you're pregnant.
All this.
You're good. You're
coming
good.
up.
You're good. Try that again. Say, a little bit.
Okay. What was the question again?
So the people that are like introverted and they struggle putting themselves out there and they're not willing to grow in those areas and push themselves, make themselves uncomfortable, they may have a harder time succeeding at this. I mean, at least to the levels that other people are succeeding.
Yes. Yeah. If you're not willing to put in work and challenge yourself and grow, you might struggle.
I mean, we see that too with like, we have Platform Salon, right? And we work with hundreds of people across the nation teaching them how to do hair. And we see that too, some people are willing to be uncomfortable and they're willing to, put themselves in this vulnerable situation to grow. Those are the ones that are growing the most. And the other ones that are, stuck in their ways, have a hard time networking or have a hard time being social, they struggle and it takes them a lot longer to build and grow. And I think a lot of that too is confidence.
Yes.
Like if you're not willing to invest and build yourself up and you have the support of someone next to you that's also building you up, you might struggle more than the other person.
Yes. But I think as long as, like we kind of talked about earlier, once you get that little glimmer of that confidence and you experience it, I think you can just become unstoppable.
It's like catching fire,
Because that's me. I'm very introverted.
Right.
And I'm so scared to put myself out there in group settings. I'm just like, especially like in a group of girls, I can just,
blend
pull
in.
away.
Yeah.
Just be like, you guys talk.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'll observe.
I'll be back here. But
Share, be honest, has this been a little bit out of your comfort zone to do this podcast?
Absolutely.
I'm
Meg.
so proud of you.
I know. And that's the thing is, it's like me and my husband were talking. He's like, this is so good for you.
Yeah.
It pushes you. And I'm like, I am all about now being pushed and doing hard things.
Yeah.
It's so good for you. And I'm going to leave this and I'm like, I did it.
Yeah.
I feel so good.
Absolutely. And you'll connect with so many people too that get to see just like who you are as a person. And you're so good. Like your heart is just so good. And I
Thanks,
want people
Meg.
to see that.
Thank
It's like the foundation of your company and it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. I want to talk about your process. So it's different than like you started with permanent jewelry and now you're the distributor and you're
Yes.
the business building other businesses. So how did that process happen?
So I was offering permanent jewelry on the physical side, doing it, diving in. And as I would take customers, they would ask me and be like, how did you learn? How did you start this? This looks so fun. And I was like, well, self-taught, but I am more than happy to teach you how to do it. And that's when we sat down and we were like, how awesome would it be to just be an all-in-one supplier? Because it was like going to 20 different stores just to get everything you needed. And I'm like, what if we had an all-in-one place?
Yeah.
You can get it all from us. And you don't need to go, just offering the convenience, of like, here, you can get everything here. And
I love that.
We'll teach you the hard times that we went through. We'll teach you how to market, the Instagram tricks I learned, the marketing, everything like that was just hard. We just wanted to make easy.
Yeah.
And
we have a
convenient.
similar story at Platform Hair Co. too, where, when I first started learning how to do like really challenging extensions, there was no training. The training that I took was awful. And so there was so much trial and error like you went through. And it took us honestly like 8 years to create our systems to make them so in like place.
Well, and I think that's the thing. Every day you're growing.
Every day,
right?
You're learning.
Yes.
And you're changing and adapting things that weren't working before and are now working now, or that did work before and don't anymore because things have changed.
Yeah.
So I think it takes a certain personality to be able to be like, this is my crazy idea.
Yeah.
And let's do this because it's for the betterment of everybody else, right? Everyone else can learn from our mistakes and we can help them grow.
Yes.
But that doesn't come without hard times.
It
That doesn't come without really like struggling.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, when we first started doing this and we were creating our own hair extension line, we lost like $65,000. Because our manufacturers, bait and switched us at one point and gave us lesser quality products. And we didn't know until it was too late. And so we were losing customers. I mean, it was seriously like a really challenging. And like, I remember the day just feeling like when we realized that's what happened, I was so defeated.
Like the worst feeling in your stomach.
I'm like, it was so hard.
So
And
hard.
I wanted to give up. And everything inside of me was like,
I'm done.
This ain't it.
Yeah.
This isn't
done.
worth it. Give up because you can just go back to just doing hair. You're good at that,
Yeah.
But what was a driving force for us is like, no, other people need this. They need the training. They need the good product. They need someone to be reliable and to depend on.
Yeah.
But there were some ugly times.
There are ugly
Like
times.
crying, bawling on the floor, wanting to give up. So share with me some of the ugly.
I probably cry about once a week.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's pregnancy hormones or no, it probably is definitely a mixture of both. But there are really hard times, Meg. And I mean, there's disagreements that can happen. There's hard times. Products may not turn out to be exactly what you wanted, but what's awesome is learning how to pivot and learn and grow. We're all human. No one is perfect.
Right.
In fact, there's this quote, I want to say it's by like Vince Lombardi or something, but he talks about something along the lines of perfection is not achievable, but on the way to trying to become perfect, you'll find excellence.
I love that.
And so it's just knowing that, perfection will never be attainable, but you can become excellent in these hard times and in, learning and growing in a product may not being exactly what you wanted. It happens to every company.
Totally.
Every company has had a story like that where it's like, oh man, like absolutely defeated. Like we can't move on.
I follow Alex Hormozy. I really love his marketing stuff, but he talks about entrepreneurs being insanely good problem solvers, right? Like that's like your first hat you wear is a problem solver. And essentially any problem that the rest of your staff can't figure it out gets filtered to you. Right. So you get the hardest problems. You get the ones people can't solve. You get the ones that are the most important to solve, and you have to learn how to solve them and pivot. And so you're essentially like really good at problem solving and pivoting when you're an entrepreneur. And knowing that mistakes will happen and hard times will come, and knowing that that's a part of the process and that everybody goes through it. It eases the burden a little bit.
It does.
It like softens the blow. You're like, I'm not alone. Other people have had these situations. It's all about like that mindset of not giving up and like whatever comes, you start your permanent jewelry business, you start as a hairstylist, you're gonna struggle. Whatever comes, just decide not to give up. And just keep pushing forward.
Keep going and reach out to your support team, reach out to your community you're in. And just ask for help. You know, more people are here to help you than you think.
100%. And people are in your corner. You touched on perfectionism. You brought up that word. And that's a tough word. I think for a lot of women in business, I mean, moms and moms who work, there's so much guilt that comes from working as a mom and being an entrepreneur and trying to be there for everybody and be everything for everybody and be the best boss. And it's like this idea of being perfect at everything you do is, I think, paralyzing. It can be at times. Talk to me a little bit about that.
So for me, I think it's just knowing how to be in the moment when you're in the moment. So if I am with my kids, I am with my kids. And learning how, I definitely did not do this in the beginning. I would be on my phone. And just, I got to do this. I got to respond to an email. I got to respond to a DM. Like it always has to be answered. And then learning, there is always a DM to be answered. There is always an email to be answered. But it's okay.
Those never go away.
We have business hours. And it's healthy to have business hours. And just learning that there is a time for work and there's a time to be a mom, and learning to just, when you're in that moment, be all in. If I'm at work, I am giving it 100% because I know I do have kids that need my time. And so it's just being there fully in the moment. With everything you do.
I struggle with that, to be super frank. I go to therapy once a week. I struggle with being present in all aspects of my life. I struggle because there's always so many things to do. There's a never ending list. You conquer 10 things and 20 more things show up, right? And it's same thing with being a mom. I mean, it's a never ending, beautiful list of things that still need to get done. The laundry, the dishes, all that. So being present for me, it's not something that is just like, I have a hard time just turning it on. It's something I have to like actively work at all the time.
It is a very,
And I catch myself slipping.
You have to tell yourself, right now is time for my kids. Like it is bedtime. We need jammies. We need bath time. Like it is time to be with them. Put it down.
What are some tips and tricks that you do? So for me, one thing that's really helped me is 6 o'clock, I turn off my work phone. Do I always do that? No, because sometimes I have deadlines I need to hit. So being super honest. But for me, like that 6 o'clock, I get home around 5:30, sometimes 6. I try to put my phone on do not disturb and then don't pick it back up until after the kids go to bed. But even sometimes after that, if I pick up my phone after the kids go to bed, then I'm missing time with my husband. So do you have any tips or tricks for people to help stay present and like live a healthier life?
I would say, sorry.
You're good. You're good. You're totally good.
I really do struggle with that, Meg.
Then be honest. Say that, because I honestly, like, it is so hard. Like that. I could honestly talk about this forever. And I am super honest with people. Like I struggle so hard with that. And there are days that it like eats at me.
Well, and I'm a very type A person.
Yeah.
And My husband, like, he is the one to bring me back down to earth and be like, Shar,
shut it off.
24/7 is not healthy. And I'm like, wait, but I got to do this, and he's the one that centers me and brings me back down to earth.
Like he helps you see there needs to be a different balance.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's was our New Year goal actually, was to spend more time, watch a show together at night, because I could just pick up my laptop and be like, oh, today I had this thought and I wanted to add it into our training, or I wanted to do this or send this to my social media gal and be like, oh, I had this idea. And it's like, it's okay, it can wait, put it in your notes and then do it tomorrow. So
I love that your husband helps you with that. He works in the company and my husband does too. And it's so nice, but it's also so hard. So we go to marriage therapy once a week as well, or once every other week. And people are like, well, do you guys fight? And we're like, no, we don't fight. We get along really good. They're like, well, why are you in marriage therapy? I'm like, because we work together 24/7.
Yes.
And so it was so helpful for us to go and to have someone unbiased, look at us and kind of evaluate our work week, our work day.
Yeah.
And to identify some things that we could do better to show up for each other. And I'm a lot like you, where I could work, put the kids down, I could work till midnight and then go to bed and wake up at 6 a.m. and do it all over again, because I get almost obsessed, right? Like I get obsessed with this growth and achievement. And that's something I'm personally working on too. But in marriage therapy, he helped us kind of identify like, well, what's your time together? What are you guys doing to like connect with each other? Because if you're giving 100% to work and 50% to your husband, it ain't it, girl.
No.
And so I had to
have problems arise. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to realize like, I want my marriage more than I want my company.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a conscious decision that I was doing that. I just love work.
Yes.
And so we started implementing some of these things and, watching a show together and going on date nights and doing things. It didn't just like happen. We had to make it happen. And so we go to marriage therapy every other week to like keep our schedule and to keep our focus on each other.
Yes.
So that we can grow together, because he's my support system too.
Yeah.
Work is all consuming.
It's so consuming.
It's so hard.
Yeah. Well, and like you said earlier, like it's something you have to actively think about because I'm assuming with our personalities, it just takes over. And I could absolutely have work rule my whole life and then look up in 20 years and be like,
I'm alone.
Oh no.
I'm
I
alone.
have so much regret.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just missed my kids growing up.
Completely.
And so it's so nice to have him there to just ground me and balance me and be like, Shar, right now is family time.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
That's incredible.
You're right. I do need to put this away.
You have such a good support system. Do you ever get offended?
I do.
Yeah.
In fact, sometimes, Meg, it makes me want to work harder.
Totally.
Where I'm like, you're not telling me
what to do.
Yeah, I'm going to work harder now.
Listen, girl, that fire that's in you for business is also in you in all aspects of life.
Absolutely.
I think that's a good thing.
Yes.
It's probably why he married you, because he sees so much in you, It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so talk to me about your company and like growth and culture. I know we've talked a little bit about culture and just kind of what makes you unique, but what are some things? I think personally, I do business coaching for people, and one of the things I see the most is people have a hard time training, finding the right people, and like growing a team. So talk to me about your team, and then give me some tips on if you're other people who are struggling in that arena, how you can help them.
Yeah. So I'd say within our culture, like if there was one thing you can put on it, it's we have energy. And once you have that energy, it's like you're unstoppable. Like the people that we have on our team, they all are passionate.
Yeah.
Like, you'll hear people be like, no one's ever going to work as hard as the owner. Like no one's going to care as much as the owner. But truly, I can say the people we have on our team care just as much as we do.
Okay, so if I could sum your culture up into one word, it would be energy.
Yeah, we have a lot of energy.
That's amazing.
And it goes far. I think once you can find that is such a key, is the energy.
So how do you find that? How do you, like, people is there a certain thing you look for when you're interviewing? Is there questions you ask? Like, do you do like a trial run? You get like 30 days? Like, what is it? How do you find that?
Yeah, so we do, do like a 90-day, like, okay, once, we'll start you here, and then at 90 days, we'll do a review, and then we normally will pay at that point. And I think that 90 days just keeps people's like energy and work ethic going. And it's like, oh, wow, like I hit 90 days and now here we are, we're getting a raise and we're just moving to the top. And they got to see the environment and they got to see the fun and just everything we offer. So,
and it's already there. Like it's already the core, right? So when you bring people on, they can sense that.
Culture is huge in our company. Like we emphasize that a lot, especially in interviews. Like we are big on culture. We're big on coming to work every day with a positive attitude and just having fun. Like we hate to be micromanagers. Yeah. That is not what I want to do. And we just want to trust our employees to come in and have fun.
Yeah.
And work,
Have you ever had like an employee not fit? And
we have, yes. But it's ultimately just leaving on good terms.
Yes. Never burning bridges.
Yep. My number one piece of advice.
Sometimes I feel like they still want to burn bridges though. For reals though, and then that's on them, that's on them. Yep. I think leaving things on good terms is 100% accurate, but it's fair to say that
no matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter how, mean or whatever it may be, whatever they say, it's just leave it on good terms. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it'll go farther for them knowing like, oh, okay, I left this company and it wasn't painful. Like totally. I'm, like I might be angry or upset, but I'm going to leave with a positive last impression of this company, So I think just with your employees, just always keeping it positive, no matter what's said, no matter what hurtful thing they may have said to you, it's just leaving on a good note. Yeah. And making sure they're well taken care of when they leave.
Right. Sum this up for me. Like you have a position to fill. You have a list of interviewees, right, that you're going to bring in. You have your list of questions and you kind of have this process that's already worked out. You bring them on board and at first they may be a perfect fit. Yeah. Right. So tell me about your process that you take them through to make sure they actually are a good fit.
Yeah. So, it is kind of like everyone will do this, right? You go into an interview, you're saying everything you're supposed to say and
you're the most perfect you can
yes, be. Yep. And then come to find out 30 days in, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. And so, it is kind of a process where we have like 90 days set in place. Like if it's working, it's working. If it's not, we'll send you anyway, but we'll make sure you're well taken care of when,
Do you say that up front? Like you have a 90-day trial period?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, we do.
Are you like super positive when you're interviewing these people and like, this is going to be amazing? Or are you kind of like, well, see, like how?
I feel like it's a balance of both. Yeah. Like reality, like it is.
It's work. It's hard.
Work. Yep. Like, but at the same time, like we don't want this to be like you hate your job.
No, gosh, no, it's toxic.
We want you to come in and enjoy what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So, we definitely will be very transparent in our interview process, what we expect, what the standard is, but then also we want to have fun.
Yeah,
like
totally.
Life is too short to not have fun.
If you're not a fun person, walk out the door.
Yes. So
I have so when I was hiring my first assistants years and years and years ago, decades ago, I had this crazy process I would put them through. I want to share with you. It's very different than yours. So I would do these like interviews back to back to back to back to back to back. I would spend in like 2 days interviewing people. Yeah. And I would essentially scare them to death. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I would be like, here's my whole list of like expectations. Go for it. Read through them. And I would watch them, read through them. And then I would go through each bullet point with them. And on there, it was things that were extreme, like no cell phones at work. Don't check your phone at all. You're not eating lunch most days. So don't even pack lunch. So it was extreme, right?
Oh my gosh.
And then at the end of it, I would tell them like, listen, however hard you work, I can guarantee you I'm working 100 times harder than you. You will never do more than me. You will never, be outworking me. I will outwork you tenfold. So if you're not eating, that means I'm not eating. This isn't something that I'm putting on you.
Yeah.
And so I honestly set the bar. Any assistant who's worked for me before will tell you, like, she scared the shit out of me. She scared the shit out of me. I was so intimidated by her.
Yeah.
And where that's just a different odd tactic. And I don't necessarily do that anymore. But at the beginning, I felt like if I could scare them and then prove to them that I'm actually a nice person, right?
Yeah.
And like show them, like, sometimes I'd buy them lunch and like sometimes we'd go out to dinner after work, you know, and like show them, oh wait, she is a human and she's nice. They had that like scared work ethic at first and they never slacked off. Like it was never, it was never something I had to like revisit. They always knew I was giving it 1,000,000% and they had to match that energy.
I love it.
I would always outwork them, right? Like you would too.
Oh, yes.
Whatever you're doing, I'm doing 100 times more. I promise you that. And it makes them feel good. Like they're never alone. They always have a partner they can turn to. And then I also have this weird rule with assistants that I wouldn't talk anything personal for the first 3 months.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing personal.
Yeah.
Because I had a bad experience.
Yeah.
I had a bad experience of getting too close to one of my assistants. And she honestly, like, it became this like friendship. And I had a harder time with her as like a business partner, right? She was my associate. And so I made a hard rule with my assistants back in the day that it would be 3 months until I would ask them anything. And then at that point I would start addressing like, oh, you have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Cool. Tell me about
him. It's like that 90-day trial period we're talking about.
Yes, exactly.
Like, you give them that time to kind of let's see, truly who you are. And keeping personal and business separate until you truly know that is so important.
My rule of thumb is like hire slow, fire fast. Because if you don't fire someone and you know in your gut that you need to,
it'll cause way more problems down the road if you don't.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to jump back to the people that are taking your courses and your trainings. I want to know realistically, how quickly can they make 10 grand?
So I talked to one student and in her first event, she made $15,000. Her first event.
I am shocked.
It really is just up to you. I mean,
sky's the limit.
Do you want to work part-time? Do you want to work Saturdays only? Do you want to work Monday nights only? Like, up to you. You said it. Or are you completely quitting your nursing job and you need to make that same income?
Right. And more. Yeah.
So what's kind of your goal? It's up to you.
Wow.
So it's
like untapped potential with this.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is super trendy right now, I feel like, right? Like permanent jewelry. I have some, like everybody I know has some. It's so fun to have at a party.
Yeah.
What happens in 10 years? Are you thinking like, is this going to continue for 10 years? Like your entrepreneur brain is always going.
Always going.
So what does that look like in the future?
Yeah. So, jewelry's been around forever.
Yeah.
I mean, the Egyptians were buried with gold jewelry on. And so it's just it's a switch of what's always been, clasps, which, oh my goodness, if you're a woman, you have nails.
I can't get them on.
You know how horrible clasps are. And you're like sitting there and your husband's like, come on, let's go. And you're like, I can't get my bracelet on.
My husband is my designated clasp. You're like, I cannot do it without him.
Yeah. And even necklaces, right? It turns and someone's like, oh, your clasp, let me fix that for you, So it's such a convenient solution. And I don't see it going anywhere.
I love that.
At all. I don't. And what's so fun about this industry and already being in it for years, we've seen evolution. We've seen it grow and evolve.
Yeah.
And from permanent jewelry to adding on charm bar to adding on a hat bar, like you name it. And everyone in this space, this is what I love. They're so creative.
Yeah.
They're so creative. And it's just like, okay, what else can we do? This is so fun. What else can we add on, know?
Totally.
So, no, I don't see it going anywhere. And in fact, it's just growing and evolving and innovating.
Right.
And next month alone, we have 4 to 5 new products coming that don't exist.
That's
and
exciting.
So it's just so fun to see like what's growing and changing and coming. And it's just...
Do you guys do any live events?
We haven't. Well, we'll go to beauty shows.
Yeah.
And show people our product. They can touch, feel, experience getting a bracelet. But we haven't done any live events yet, but that's definitely on my goal list.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like the trend that's coming, at least that I'm seeing in the beauty industry and just in the entrepreneurship journey in general, are more live events, but not even specifically just in one niche, like permanent jewelry or just in hairstyling.
Yeah.
We're all kind of in this industry of like learning business, learning marketing, learning how to be creative, and also having the support of business behind it.
Yeah.
I see honestly like live events being a big thing with multiple partners in different arenas, like permanent makeup and permanent jewelry and hair and hats, and focusing on like business and what makes businesses thrive and grow. Mm-hmm. There's been so many people in the past that are like good at their craft. Like you get good at doing permanent jewelry, you get good at doing hair, right? And not always good at the business aspect of things. Yeah. It's not usually you're super creative. You're not always like a strong business person.
Yeah.
So we do coaching, but I see these live events of like actual teaching, like business structure being big in the future.
Yeah.
And I think people are just hungry for that kind of knowledge. So I love that you already give it in your course. Like you're like, hey, this is like the crash course on what you need to know to be successful. Because I think it's a miss for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely can be with a lot of courses. It can be a miss. And I think it's such a key factor in ensuring that your students are successful is adding in the business elements.
Right.
Because it isn't just welding.
Right.
It's not. And, you have some people that will push like, oh, this product is better. And it's like, but what comes down to it is the actual education, the success side, like teaching people how, to actually run a business. It's not just, okay, pop up.
Right.
Hi, I'm here.
Right.
Like there's so much more to it on the back end. And that's one thing that I really, really wanted to hit on in my training is just there's so much more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so much to learn about it. So,
okay. So what's one thing that you wish people knew about you? Because listen, founders are these weird people. They show up, they're like perfect. They do these things, right? Everyone who sees you on social media or your company is like, gosh, dang, it's perfect. She's stunning. She has 3 kids, 1 more on the way. Her husband's awesome. Like they see this like ideal version of you, So what's one thing that you wish people knew or understood about you?
Well, for one, that I'm human.
Yeah.
I definitely hate being put on a pedestal. I am not the type of person that wants fame, like glory, any of that. I do not want that. I think one thing I'd want people to know about me is like, I am goofy, if you can pull it out of me. And I am very introverted, but when I'm with my group and my people and family, I am just a completely different person. Yes.
I love that.
So I don't know, Meg, that's a hard one. That's a tough one to be vulnerable about.
Being honestly able to be silly and goofy around the people that you love, though, like no one gets to see that side of you unless you're comfortable.
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
Yeah. Well, and I think with the business too, I've learned to be protective of myself and my family and, what sides of you expose to people. So
did that come out of, is that almost like a trauma response?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay. Yeah, I think, but for most of us, any entrepreneurs, like we've had some level of hate, right? Like it's just, it comes with the territory. Yeah. Can you touch on that for me?
It does come with the territory and just knowing it will happen.
Right.
And just not giving attention to it. Stay in your lane. There's nothing good that will come from involving yourself in it.
Right.
So I think just staying in your lane is my number one piece of advice that I
love that.
could give for that. So.
Growing in our business, we've had so many people like steal our curriculum. We've had people like come in and try to like learn what we're doing and then take it and try to build their own and like do so many weird, shady things. We've had so much hate. I mean, and it comes with every territory. So if you're getting that,
it does.
You're getting somewhere, right?
Yeah. Well, and it should be a compliment.
Yeah, you're getting somewhere.
That,
people want to steal your things,
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it does not, for me, it doesn't come without like, it makes you feel like crap. If I'm being honest, like it like knocks you down a little bit.
It's a gut punch.
Gut punch for sure. And like navigating that, sometimes I have to give myself grace to like feel my feelings for a minute and be like, this sucks. And I'm pissed, at this situation. But one quote I like keep in my mind at all times is don't fight back, fight forward.
Yes. Meg, I remember you saying that to me.
Yes.
We had this conversation. Yeah. You were like, you know what, Shar? It's not worth fighting back. You just fight forward. Yes. And I remember I took that with me that day.
Oh, it was a rough
day for me. Yeah. And I was just like, you know what? We're going to continue to just do us. What's our next thing we're coming out with? What are we innovating? What are we creating? How are we helping the industry?
Right.
Because you get involved in the drama and stuff like that. And it does not help the industry. You're not helping anyone in that moment.
Including yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, that if that's one piece of advice I could give people is like, 1, feel your feelings. 2, don't fight back, fight forward. And 3, this is a little shady, but have my sloppy seconds. You know what I mean? Like I will continue to innovate and continue to grow. And like that, my brain, you can't have that. You can't have this intellectual property. So go ahead and have the things that I've already thought of. I've already thought of 10 more, right? So again, don't fight back, fight forward. And if you're experiencing that hate and that like just nastiness, that some people can give you, don't worry about it.
Brush it off.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Move
love
on.
that.
Life moves on. I think that's one thing that we've learned too. Tough times don't last.
It's a season.
Yeah, it is.
I love that.
And you'll move on and you'll create new, better things, like you said.
Yeah.
So
that's the entrepreneur brain, right? It's that creative side.
Yeah.
Okay. One last question before we kind of move on. What's one thing you had to unlearn to be as successful as you are? Is there anything that you had to like take that out to grow?
You don't need to be perfect.
Oh, say it louder for the people in the back.
You don't need to be perfect. And that is definitely a fault I have. Like, I actually saw the statistic that successful people will launch at 60% perfect, so to say, right?
60%.
Yeah. And people who fail will launch at 80 or 90%, but they're already behind the A game.
Wow.
I mean, the person that already wanted to do it launched it and they learned along the ways. It's like having a puzzle in front of you. You just dumped it out. It's, everywhere. Pieces are flipped over and you start building the border and then you start filling in the pieces and then you've got your masterpiece, but you at least started and you did it,
Yeah, so. I love that analogy.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos of Amazon has something similar, and people ask him like, why have you been so successful? Like, what is it? If you could identify like one thing that you've been so successful, and he said, I'm faster than others.
Yeah.
I'm quick to the market when people are slow to think about things.
Yes.
I've already failed 10 times when you're still thinking of that first idea.
Yeah.
Because he thinks speed, right? This like idea of like not being perfect and getting to the market with an idea and testing it out will ultimately trump.
Well, and that's the only way you're going to learn, right? Is you put it out in the market. Okay. Is it working? Is it doing good? Is it not?
Right.
And you'll learn and you evolve from that and you're going to pivot and you're going to, just learn what you needed to change or do better. Yes, this is great. It is working.
Right.
How we had hoped. So,
okay. One last thing as we wrap this up, sum up like 3 tips that you would give entrepreneurs out there to just be successful as you. 3 tips. Okay.
There's 3 P's
that
we kind of live by. The first is having a good purpose. So like your purpose will be everything. It's your foundation, right? Why am I doing this? Then the second is having good people. So good employees, good people in your corner, encouragement. And then lastly, what will come with the first 2 is good products. So they all play off of each other and the people definitely play heavily into the great products. So
yeah, it's like cyclical.
Yeah.
You've got purpose, 1, people, 2nd, and products, 3rd. That's a part of your culture. I love that. Shar, you're amazing. Thank you for being so honest and insightful just about your business. Yes. I love that you empower people to build their own business and you're showing them exactly how it's done to create this, amazing life that they couldn't have had otherwise. If they want to reach you, talk to you, get to know you and your company, can you share your socials and your website with them?
Yes, absolutely. So we have our website. It's everlinxstory.com. And then we have our Instagram, our YouTube, Facebook community, Pinterest, you name it.
I love
it.
You
can find us everywhere.
I love that.
Just search Everlinx Story and we'll pop up. So
Share, you're amazing. Thanks, you. Meg. Yeah, thanks for being here today.
Was so fun.
If you loved this episode, share it with people, like and subscribe. We're super excited. I can't wait to see you next time on How We Do.